An IEP was released the morning of. Everyone in Sacramento wanted to testify in opposition to the opposition, did not have the opportunity to see the amendment. We could solely listen during the hearing about what the amendment said. And from all indications, we were led to believe during the hearing that the amendment stated that students on an IEP were exempt from SB 277. When returning home, we could review the language of the bill. It did not seem the language was clear, and a whole host of questions came to mind. Though never in our wildest dreams did we think it would mean that districts would be given the latitude of seeking a court order forcing parents to vaccinate their kids. Many children on an IEP are children that have vaccine injury in their past. Not all do, but many do. During the Senate Judiciary hearing, we had Mary Holland, who brought forward the question of what measures could be taken in the way of enforcement, and she asked a series of rhetorical questions, including, will you be willing to throw non-vaccinated parents in prison, for which she was admonished by the chair of the committee, Senator Jackson, who said there was no allegation of people going to be put in prison. And further, she stated, Ms. Holland should not suggest things that are nowhere contemplated by anybody, and which all they do is inflame the discussion, which doesn't need to be inflamed further. In the memo put out by the Orange County County Council, we see just that. If parents of children on IEP refuse to comply with a court order issued by a school district, refuse to vaccinate their children, they face a fine or jail or both. Recently, another local district interpreted the law to mean they could send non-complying parents to truancy court, where again they would face fine, jail, or both. Many of our parents saw regression with our children who were developing normally until the onslaught of vaccinations. This puts them in an unattainable situation where they face jail or fine or forced to vaccinate, or as they see it, further injure their child. EdSource recently covered this issue and reported the legal opinion of the Orange County Department of Education is not the final word. The California Department of Public Health said that with regard to special education students, it is reviewing the new law, meeting with partners, I lost my place, to determine what guidance might be needed. As such, we implore the San Bernardino County Board of Education to reach out to the California Department of Education and California Department of Public Health, along with encouraging districts in our county to as well, to ensure that students on an IEP are exempt from SB 277 as legislators were led to believe to be the case with the amendment. We implore you not to put families in the position of facing forced vaccination through court order or truancy court or jail time or fines. We implore you to do what is right for families and children on an IEP that you and our districts and our county serve.
As you know, I'm Gabrielle Alheim. I am a mother of a vaccine-injured child, member of the Harris and Empire Group, and a hardworking taxpayer of the state. As a concerned parent, I find it ironic that we stand here today and say the Pledge of Allegiance, which clearly states, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. However, SB 277 offers no liberty, no justice for all, disregards religious beliefs, and forces vaccines on our children. Some of these vaccines, which contain ingredients such as aborted fetal cells, formaldehyde, aluminum, and many other known neurotoxins. I understand that all of you on this board have a duty to comply with this law, regardless of what legal repercussions that follow. However, along with your job duties comes major responsibility to listen to the concerns of parents such as myself and take some action. So I come to you today to urge you all to take responsibility and communicate the following request to all your school districts. I'm requesting that all school districts post an accurate list of mandatory vaccinations at their health offices, in their front offices, include a list in an enrollment packet and online. I have been notified by parents that they are being told that HPV is a mandatory vaccination for enrollment to 7th grade. However, this is false. All school districts
and one preschooler. My comments today concern Senate Bill 277, the new mandatory vaccine law for students, which was signed by Governor Brown on June 30th and begins to impact students as early as January 1st, 2016. My purpose in coming here today is to offer solutions to some foreseeable problems, solutions that will help foster a relationship of trust and respect between parents and school personnel as they navigate the new vaccine law. Since the law was signed in June, there has been a widespread lack of clarity on the part of both parents and school personnel as to what the new law requires and how it will be enforced. I believe this lack of clarity is causing a sense of panic and distrust among parents toward their schools. Parents aren't clear about their rights under the new law, and they don't trust equally uninformed school personnel to provide them with accurate information. I'd like to take this short time to discuss some of the most pressing issues that need clarification. First, SB 277 requires students entering kindergarten or transitional kindergarten in the 2016-2017 school year to receive 10 enumerated vaccines prior to entry. It removes the ability of students to obtain a new non-medical exemption, which is also called a personal belief exemption, from these vaccines. Parents and school personnel may not be aware, however, that if a child has a personal belief exemption currently on file with their school, that exemption will remain valid until the children enters the next grade span. That means existing exemptions for kindergarten through 6th grade students will remain valid until the child enters 7th grade. And existing exemptions for 7th through 12th grade students will remain valid through the end of high school. Second, new personal belief exemptions may also be filed with a child's school up to and including December 31st, 2015. These exemptions will also remain valid until the child enters the next grade span. Third, both temporary and permanent medical exemptions to any vaccine are still available under the new law. Students can obtain a medical exemption from any medical doctor in any state without restriction. As the December 31st deadline for filing personal belief exemption rapidly approaches, I hereby request that this board direct its school districts to inform parents and relevant district employees as well in writing about the changes in the law and to provide the clarifications that I mentioned. Proactively providing parents and staff with this information is in the best interest of students, parents, and the school districts. It would serve to build trust between school personnel and parents who are struggling with the new law, and it would